Y'all, I was about to call it a night, but then I saw the 11:30 skit. We ain't got a Shayla skit all day, and so this one turns out to be a Shayla skit. Her and Anthony are at home, and she tells him, "I've been doing research about changing Kai's last name," and she been doing the homework. Surprisingly, she said, "Well, in order to change his last name, I need to talk to Arby because," and what she doesn't tell him though is, or what she doesn't explain rather, is because Arby's name is on the birth certificate. If you want to have the baby's name last name changed, you have to get permission from the father. But what she didn't say is that you need to do a DNA test. And I'm wondering in her research if she either overlooked that part or she didn't get to that part yet in her research. Here's the other thing that's interesting. Y'all notice she still ain't told Angelina about the name change situation yet? I think it's a reason why. Because like I said before, and I must say it again, Shayla doesn't think that her mother tampered with that test. Now, if you want to know if Angelina tampered with that test, then let Shayla tell her about the name change. Either Angelina's going to know right off the bat that there has to be a DNA test, or she's going to find out that there needs to be a DNA test, and then she's going to get nervous. I think, here's just my theory. There's a reason why she ain't told Angelina about this name change yet. The writers are doing it that way. Notice how everything else that goes on in her relationship with Anthony, she always goes to Angelina, tell Angelina everything. But this one thing, she ain't mentioned not one time, and she's seen Angelina like 2 or 3 times since it became an issue. Angelina tampered with that test. I believe Angelina tampered with it on their end, and Jasmine tampered with it on Arby's end. And Arby just didn't know about it. That's just my theory. I could be wrong, but that's just my theory. The thing is, these two are so drenched in their madness that they believe, and when I say these two, I'm talking about Shayla and Anthony. They're so drenched in their madness, in their mess, that they have convinced themselves that what they're doing is perfectly fine. It was ordained, it was heaven sent, and it was always supposed to be this way for them. I think Shayla is going to realize that her mother has no limits, even when it comes to her and her own life. And I believe that Angelina tampered with that test. That's just my theory. Because when we look back some months ago, remember that skit with Patty, and then the woman of God, the preacher prophesying to her, telling her that there was some stuff in her own life where her own mother and father had a situation, I think, where her father left her and didn't claim her or something like that. And she wanted to make sure that Kai wasn't subject to the same experience that she had. Stuff is about to start crumbling for Shayla and Anthony, yo. And I believe it's going to start with that DNA test. Then the divorce stuff, because see, Shayla thinking that this divorce is going to go as she plans it, and she going to be living up in that mansion. It's not going to go the way she thinks. It's just, but it's also crazy. These two are so calm talking about this name change. And she said for once she wants something to go right. That's just because she know Kai is her security to securing the bag, her assurance in securing the bag, rather. But like I said before, Shayla does not think, it hasn't even crossed her mind as to whether or not her mother tampered with that test. And I think if they realize or learn that in order to have the name changed, there has to be a DNA test. If she don't talk to Angelina, they're going to do it with no issues, because in their mind, they are convinced that that's Anthony's son. Now, the moment Angelina finds out, if she finds out before they go downtown, Angelina going to try to stop her. And Shayla going to then, her tune is going to change and say, well, baby, well, maybe we don't need to change his name on the birth certificate. If Shayla finds out her mother tampered with that test, her tune going to change just to secure the bag from Anthony. And she going to tell him, oh, well, it doesn't matter what the paper says. It can say it on the paper, but he's going to be a Dalton. He's a Dalton. Watch what I tell you. What y'all think? Y'all think Angelina tampered with that test? Just drop it in the comment section. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking about this skit?